During the English Civil War, 1642 to 1651, Italy was not a unified country, but a collection of city-states and kingdoms, including the Papal States, Duchy of Milan, Kingdom of Naples, and the Republic of Venice, among others. These regions were primarily concerned with their own political and religious affairs, and while Italy was not directly involved in the conflict in England, its various states had diplomatic and commercial connections with both the royalists and the parliamentarians. Italy's political and religious context. In the 17th century, Italy was dominated by the Catholic Church, particularly the Papal States, which exercised considerable influence over the region. The majority of Italian states were Catholic, and the Catholic monarchy in Spain played a significant role in Italy's politics. At the same time, northern Italian states like the Duchy of Milan were under the control of Catholic powers such as the Habsburgs, who were invested in the religious conflicts of Europe, including the broader struggle between Catholicism and Protestantism. Italy's focus during the English Civil War was mainly on maintaining its political balance and navigating its relationship with other European powers, especially Spain and the Papal States. Despite the religious divide in England, Italy did not involve itself directly in the conflict, as it had its own regional concerns and was more concerned with defending its territories against external threats. Diplomatic relations with England. While Italy did not intervene militarily in the English Civil War, its states maintained diplomatic relations with England. Venice, for example, had a long-standing trading relationship with England and may have had an interest in maintaining commercial ties throughout the conflict. Additionally, the Papal States maintained a close relationship with the Royalists due to their shared Catholic faith, with Pope Innocent X condemning the actions of the parliamentarians and offering support to the Royalist cause in terms of moral and religious backing. The Papal States, under Pope Innocent X, were particularly sympathetic to the Royalists because they saw the parliamentarians as a threat to the established social and religious order, which was aligned with Catholicism. However, the Vatican did not directly intervene in the conflict, as it was concerned with its own position in European politics and avoiding unnecessary military engagement. Italian mercenaries and military involvement. While Italy did not send armies to fight in the English Civil War, Italian mercenaries were commonly involved in military campaigns across Europe during this period. It is possible that some Italian soldiers fought in England as mercenaries, as Italy had a tradition of supplying soldiers for hire throughout Europe. However, there is little evidence to suggest that Italian mercenaries played a significant role in the conflict. The Royalists and parliamentarians both relied on foreign mercenaries at various points in the war, and Italian soldiers may have joined either side in this capacity. However, they did not form a major component of either army, and their influence on the outcome of the war was minimal. Italy's focus on internal affairs. For the most part, Italy's attention was focused on its internal affairs during the English Civil War. The Papal States were concerned with maintaining control over their territories and dealing with the ongoing religious tensions in Europe. At the same time, the Republic of Venice and other Italian states were involved in their own regional struggles, including conflicts with the Austrians, French, and Spanish, all of whom had interests in Italy. The political fragmentation of Italy, with its numerous independent states, meant that there was no unified Italian policy on the English Civil War. Instead, each region prioritized its own security and interests, and Italy's involvement in the conflict was limited to indirect diplomatic interactions. Conclusion. Italy's role in the English Civil War was largely indirect, characterized by limited diplomatic engagement, trade relations, and the possibility of Italian mercenaries fighting for either the Royalists or the parliamentarians. The primary focus of Italy's states was on their own political, religious, and military concerns, including conflicts with neighboring powers and internal governance. While the Papal States offered moral support to the Royalists due to their shared Catholicism, Italy did not engage in the war militarily or diplomatically in any significant way. The region's fragmented political structure and its attention to local concerns meant that the English Civil War was largely a matter for England itself, with Italy playing a background role.